Hi everyone, I hope you're enjoying the ANZAC Day crop today, and I have got the challenge of building or making some Project Life filler cards and then using them in a layout. So whether that's a scrapbooking page, a travel's notebook, a Project Life page, anything that you desire. So back in January I made these 4 little Project Life cards along with some embellies, and I shared the embellies, but I'm here to share the pocket page cards, and then I will give you the link to the layout where I used these pocket page cards. So I've started with this card, and I'm actually using the printables. So I've got this little printable one with the love heart and this lovely pink mixed media type background, and I just cut out really quickly that little love you, and I'm adding a dotted line border with my pen. I just had to test that it would work on the photo paper, so I printed it on glossy photo paper this month. So, and then I've just got this little love heart, again one of the little embellies that I've cut out, and I outlined it with the same color pen, but it was just not looking good. It was just too dark. So I pulled out the grey one, but then I didn't like it, and I try it, and I've kept it in here to show you that sometimes you just got to fiddle around with your embellishments and see what works and have a try. I kept the hearts because I'm sure I'll be able to find some use for them on another project, but it's not going to be this one. Another little fun tip for that, something I like to do actually. I don't know if it's a tip, people might find it not helpful. Is to use these little tape runners. I just buy this one from Eccles's here in Australia, but I'm sure there's billions of different places you can buy tape runners and different type tape runners. I just find they're easier when you're doing embellishments and like making filler cards like this, rather than using double-sided tape. And I don't know about an ATT gun because I don't have one, so I don't know if they're too big for it or not, but my little go-to is to pull out a little tape runner. So I have these. I used to use them for everything, but they're quite expensive when you're using them for everything. So I just keep them and I pull them out for this kind of project. So you can see now I've pulled away that heart, and I've just got this little circle with the cutlery on it that I've printed on acetate paper and have cut it out. And then I've got a little dish of stars and hearts that I've used my little Fisker hand punches to use glitter paper. So I've got gold glitter, red glitter, green glitter, and silver glitter, I think, because I brought them like mostly for Christmas, but I know that I will use them other projects such as this one. And then sticking them on, and then I'm going to use these enamel dots just to finish it. I like to have little sprinkles in 3s. It's just really cute, I think. Sometimes I do them in just 2 because with the 2 it's sort of the third one was the circle embelly. So that little one is done, and then I'm going to work on this little pocket card. So this one has a little doily that's printed on it, which is very cute. And then I'm just thinking to use this flower cluster again, printables. I'm just using printables. I don't need to keep saying it, I don't think. So yes, you can see how quick it is. Just really easy to fussy cut the printables, and I leave a little white border because then it makes it less obvious that your cutting is not brilliant because you're not cutting into the color or the shape of the item. So I thought it was going to work really nicely there, but you can see I'm really struggling. I like it up there, but I think it's going to cut too much of the flower cluster off. And then what else can I put on there? So I've left it there for now, but it doesn't stay there, spoiler alert. I've got these words here that I've printed on the vellum, and I'm just ripping the edge to make it. Vellum ripped edge looks really cool. I don't know if anyone else feels the same, but for me, ripping the vellum edge is just divine. I do like it on pattern paper as well, so ripped edges is always a winner for me. Anyway, so that one says perfect moment. You can see how rough and cool it looks all ripped. I decide that that green card's just not working for me at the moment, so I put it to the side, and I'm going to use this marbled pink paper and that label. So having a little play with how it's going to work. I really like things to overlap and overhang the edge. It makes it look a bit more cohesive and put together. Ollie the clothes. And then so I'm just going to rip that word in half there and then have it sitting like that as the part of the filler card. This way, when I make filler cards, I like to either set them up just to be something pretty to rest your eyes on, or you could add a photo to it or add journaling to it when it comes time to it. So you can always have that choice as you're putting the page together as well. I don't like to, unless I'm doing the card right while I'm making the layout, I don't like to box in and make it so specific that you can't have any room for movement. I really need variety and choices when I'm creating, so if I make it too specific, then it makes it too hard for me to use. So just sticking that all together, I fussy cut out a butterfly and I'm just going to stick him on there as the little pop of interest, and using some double-sided tape up the middle where his body is so that his wings can sit up as a bit of 3D-ness. Or am I using it on the wings? My bad, I'm using them on the wings. And that way, if you use the double-sided tape on the wings, if you push it together closer, then the middle can sit down so that you can keep that 3D-ness in the layout. Adding some enamel dots, because you can't go wrong with enamel dots. And it's just as simple as that. So there's still room on that label there to add some journaling. And then there's always space at the top if you wanted to add. You could always type some journaling or write it on some strips and put it there. Or you could put a little rectangle photo up there as well. So there's definitely choices. Now come back to this green card because I'm adamant. I really love the colour and I'm really adamant that it can work, and it does work in the end, so that was lucky. So just fussy cutting this camera. The greens obviously are the same because of it comes from the same collection. I can't get it to work, but look, like it's just made to be, surely. And then I decide, okay, well, let's do this. I go away to find some other things so that I can work out exactly what the finished product's going to be like. So sometimes it's nice to just stick and plonk and get it going straight away, and other times having it sit there and then move around as you're going is a better way to work as well. So I like to flit in between both options. So just used an offcut of a pocket page card there to cut that pink strip into like a washi strip, and I'm using this title. It says makes me smile, and that's going to be the added interest there. And I do like the doily up the top, but I'm going to swap it around and it works much better this way. And you can just have, it's like a doily just sticking out in the background as a pop of interest. So on it goes, and then that's going to be this card done, or do I add some little sprinkly things? Can't go wrong with sprinkles, right? It's like we need just a sprinkly drawer in our storeroom, in our craft room, or a whole shelf, depending on what kind of things you use to sprinkle. So just cutting off the edge. When you overlap them on the edge, it makes it more cohesive. And that's going to be that. Oh, that's right. I add a little love hearts to the side here, just with some wood veneer hearts that are on my desk. Little one and a more bigger size. That's good English. A bigger size one. And then rounding it out with the third one up here. I'm making a bit of a triangle of embellies. So and just sticking down that makes me smile. On the edge there, it was just lifting and annoying me. So on it goes, and that's my third card. And then lastly is this a beautiful blue card, and I come back to this floral and it just sits and nestles in perfectly. So on it goes, and then I'm going to work out what I'm going to put with it. So that's what I was talking about before, where sometimes you can just stick it down and then work out the rest, and other times it's nice to find out other things before you commit. So I'm going to use the word this week. I'm going to cut it in half so that they're two separate words rather than a phrase. And that way I can layer them on top of each other. Well, not on top of each other, but stacked on up, one on top and one on the bottom. And that way we still have a lot of that visual white space and blue space to rest our eyes. I did pull out some flowers here to bring up to the top, which now when I'm editing, I don't know why I didn't keep that, because it looks really nice, even just the one blue flower. But it looks nice without it at the same time. So sometimes it just really depends on the mood when you're putting these things together. So on goes the title. You see how quick and easy it is just using the tape runner, which I'm sure is not rocket science to people. Tape runners are a big thing, especially the big ones like the ATG. And then I'm just adding some wood veneer stars. Yes, sorry, that probably was really loud because I moved closer to the screen, which meant I move closer to the microphone. And then I'm going to use a blue Posca pen to colour in those wood veneer stars and just make them pop, but also blend in with the colour tone that's going on at the same time. So it's always fun to change up wood veneer like that. You can add some Posca pen to it. You can even add some glossy accents over top of your Posca pen, which makes them have that glossy puffiness so that they are like puffy stickers. There's a few things you can do. You can put some acrylic inks or other mixed mediums on and things like that. So here's the close-up of the 4 cards, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and check out the next one that is linked below to see how I used them in a layout. Thanks guys, enjoy today and enjoy the crop. Get scrapping. Bye.